Sometimes I just sit back and think about life. We losing too many young people out here to gun violence. All this hatred going on. All these rap enemies and stuff. Like Dr. Martin Luther King said, we have a dream. But we our own enemy. We need to learn to love one another and cut off all this foolishness, yup. We got too many problems going on. I just felt like I should make a song. Too many problems, too gun violence. Every time you turn the news, it's a tragedy. Too many problems, too gun violence. Every time you turn the news, it's a tragedy. Every time you turn the news, it's a tragedy. Every time you turn the news, it's a tragedy. I turn up on the news, I don't hear nothing but a bunch of lost souls crying for help. Every time you turn the news, people dying and stupid in this and gun violence. It's a shame. Problems, gun violence. Every time you turn the news, it's a tragedy. Every time you turn the news, it's a tragedy. Every time you turn the news, it's a tragedy. In 2022, I lost my nephew to gun violence. It was so sad to me. Never got my mind right, never heard it so bad. When I seen them put in the ground, it was so sad. Why these innocent people dying like flies?